G'day, everybody. I like to give out my thoughts of what I'm going to do this year for Halloween. As I've told people before, I like to celebrate everything that people like to celebrate collectively. And if I think is nothing bad to it that harms the way I do things, then I will go along with things to celebrate with people because that's what getting along is all about. And if you want to do it, you might as well do it. And I think Halloween can be fun instead of scary all the time. And a way of connecting to the dead, like when we have Anzac Day and stuff like that, it's connected to the dead. It's a day of spirit, but you don't have to make it out as bad as what people do. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm going to do this year something completely different. I thought it was pretty cool. A couple of things. He goes, well, we'll do the good one first, right? Wouldn't it be cool if we can make Halloween educational as well as being on full of jump? And what do you mean by that, Tim? Well, that is when they get a treat, I can have the treat like wrapped in like a little gift. So you have little gifts, and you can have the treat in there, and you can have in the gift in the little gift a message and some other little gift besides just a whole heap of chocolates. So instead of going and have a handful of chocolate, you can just give them one gift or two, or whatever you're willing to do. And as far as I'm concerned, one would be enough for what I'm talking about. And you can have some candy in there, and you can have a little note talking about Halloween or something that you might want to educate the kid with. And they probably won't read it, but they might. So there's a chance you might just educate a kid while they munch on their munchies. So that's something a little different, isn't it? It turns something that's just kids mucking around and eating chocolate that parents don't like talking about so much into at least something educational. Now, here's another one. When it comes to when they knock on the door and go, trick or treat, right? Even though, they're not allowed to do tricks, but they could come up with tricks. Like parents always say, you can't do the trick part because you can't put toilet paper everywhere and all that. But that's the nasty tricks, right? Because when it comes to Halloween, you can celebrate this nasty spirits and be nasty if you want, like the movies like to make it out to being scary. Or you can celebrate the good side of the spirits and be nice and with the nice spirits, right? So the nasty people, when they go to trick or treat, they want to use toilet paper and stuff like that. So we can't stop them on their tricks, trick or treat. But when it comes to nice kids, their trick could just be a magic trick. Show you something and trick you in some way. Right? You go, huh? Now I'll leave you with that answer. Kind of thing. You know what I mean? I could probably come up with a few more. It'll get you thinking, what kind of tricks can we do? Parents can talk to their kids and go, don't know, you'll have to come up with something that's not harmful, but shows a point, right, to the people just for fun, right? And at first, to do this, when it ever comes to the tricks, you might want to ask for permission and go, if you got no candy, can I just do a little trick? Right? And we'll have to come up with that. Till then, you don't do the tricks, okay, kids? But I've been thinking about making Halloween more like really what it was like, where you have trick or treat, right? One trick could be just, right, what could we say? If the kid, it's a harmless trick. As they walk away, they leave something behind, right? And then when you go to pick it up, it says trick or treat or boo. There's something harmless. I was trying to quickly get something. You know what I mean? And that's a trick, like a jack in a box kind of thing. You could do that if you want to. That's called a harmless trick. And it's funny in a way in the end because you go, and you can even have the jack in a box. Now, after this trick, can you bring it home for me for next year? Huh? So there was one I just popped up in my head. Right? They're tricks. They'd be harmless and can go along with trick or treat in a way. But other than that, you probably wouldn't hardly never do it because the ones in an open door, pretty sure would like to just give you some candy. You are in on that because we don't do trick or treat here in Australia unless we have a sign. So that helps us for doing things like what I'm talking about, how we can change it up a little bit. So what do you reckon when it comes to things like that? And my little trick, my trick would be we can do it same thing back to them as well. So I could dress up instead of going walking about. So the adults can dress up and go, now we want our treat. So it can go both ways. Right? And see what the kids can come up with. They can just give us a little candy, a little nothing, and they can get a bigger candy from me. Right? And it all still works out. But you can give back to the kid if you want to. And go, now it's my turn. Trick or treat. What you gonna do? For me now. Right? And then if they don't, you know what my little trick would be? I'd have something scary like boom, right? As they walk off and go, okay then, that's all right. You don't have to give me candy. And as they walk off and or something drops down from the roof, a spider. Oh, see ya. You know what I mean? Just things I thought would be cool to try to put in to make Halloween a little bit more different and fun and educational and still keep things good for the economy. You know what I mean? And we're all getting smart enough to be able to do things like this if we do it right. Anyway, I thought I'd chuck that out there. Don't want people to do that idea too wrong and start doing this and go out of proportion. But to do it the right way and think about things right and changing things a bit would not hurt, would it? I'm going to give it a go and I'm going to see how it goes this year. Last year, I had an idea with the crystals. I'll still probably have the crystals and I'm going to add it into another way, like I said, into the gift. Some of them I'll probably put a crystal in there and explain what the crystal is and how it can help. And other things in there. Might even do a little bit of artwork and other little things if I had it. These are things you could put in. Or just a message. I'll see how much time I've got and what's going on when it comes to that time. It's about 4.5 months away or so. But anyway, what do you reckon? I reckon it's something different and it's something to try. And hopefully this year it's not raining like last year because I was just going to give out, I thought something different last year was to give out some crystals or chocolate. They could have a choice. And I only had 1 or 2 kids turn up. So that one didn't work out too well. And the kids that turned up didn't even want a crystal. And he was like, nah, we'll just, I think one of them might have took one. I'm not sure. I can't remember now. But yeah, I've got a video of it. I'll have to have a look. But didn't have to worry about the crystals too much. And I thought I was going to run out of them and that. But it ended up raining and didn't turn out last year. And this year too, I'm not going to decorate so much. The good thing about me is I can keep it more natural. So it's pretty cool with that. Because I already have a scary look, in a way, to kids and people who don't understand, isn't it? So I don't have to add too much to mine to sort of fit into the Halloween thing, because that's what I do, spirituality stuff, and my house looks a little creepy. I get told from people like that all the time. So I should fit in well. But anyway, bye-bye, people, and have a good one. And let me know in comments what you think of my ideas. And if anyone else wants to do it, knock yourself out. Just don't leave me out of the picture if you can and go, well, look, I'm doing this idea. People ask you, why are you doing this? You just go, look, Crazy Tim told you about it and these crazy ideas of changing up things. Have a good one. Bye-bye.